Welcome back to the Irish Hunting Podcasts. On this week's video, we're going to go through a little bit more detail that you can find on your rifle ammunition box. So these are the round I use. It's the Hornady Precision Hunter in 6.5. So starting at the box, this is a super non-technical version. You can go down a rabbit hole with ballistics, but we're trying to cut through a little bit of the chase here and to help specifically hunters and delve through some of the information you can find. So start at the front of the box. Obviously you can hear it's a Hornady Precision Hunter 6.5 Creedmoor, and it's the 143 grain ELDX. This is your part number, which is relevant to the supplier. So you have your grain weight and your rifle ammunition type. On the back of the box, again, this information is important when you're calculating either your holdovers or if you're dialing. So you'll need a couple of, if you don't have a chronograph. So this is starting up here, you'll have your G1 and your G7 ballistic coefficient. Again, there's a huge amount of detail on the two different types, the G1, G7. Couldn't write through it, just the non-technical version. G1 is more the older, traditional, shorter range for your flat end bullets. G7 ballistic coefficient more for longer range and your bow tail. So this is kind of like the newer type of coefficient. This is the one was traditionally used. So again, you'll find a huge amount of data if you want to go down that rabbit hole, but you'll be able to use these in your calculator for calculating your drop and your dialing. So you'll need your ballistic coefficient. You'll also need, if you see here, your muzzle velocity. You'll see that's 2,700 feet per second. Again, this is super generic, so there is a little bit of fluctuation between this data if you were to put it through a chronograph. For instance, when I put this particular round through the chronograph, I think it was up near 2,800. And sometimes it can stretch a little bit further that, and sometimes it can drop under. So again, if you want to be super accurate, you can put it through a chronograph, and you'll find out, you'll put 3 rounds through, you'll pick your kind of average, and that'll be your one, because obviously if you're putting your first one through cold bore and so on, it's going to vary slightly between round to round. So and then you'll see here underneath that, you'll have your drop. So this was 0 to 0 at 200. It'll be 1.9 inches high at 100, and then at 300 it'll be 7.9 inches. The drop will be 7.9 inches, and it gives you all the way up to 500. So the difference here between 200 and 500 is 44 inches, which is quite a significant drop. So you'll see at 400 there as well as 22.5. So that's if you were using that for holdovers and so on and so forth, you can go straight off the box. Again, there will be a little bit of fluctuation in that slightly. So this is for more generic if you don't have a chronograph. Again, here this is your batch number. Again, they try and keep the batches as consistent as possible, but there is inconsistencies from box to box. You'll have all your safety information here. Not super relevant from a technical aspect, but it gives you more about the bullet and so on and so forth. So that's some of the data that you need, and I hope this video was useful. Over and out.